Watch this video and find out how we reduced our waste by almost 200 cubic meters. I can't do this. This is great. I don't know what I'm saying. Nope, we've done that. Alright, I better get out of the way. How do I start this? What is it? 75. Almost said 57. I'm Dan, this is Kiwi Skips and this is Trash Talk episode 75. Like we said last week when we were putting that container shelter up, we're going back to basics. And that means this week our videos are going back onto Facebook, but they're always going to be 5 months behind. So make sure if you want to keep up to date with the latest, you subscribe and like this video because we want you here on YouTube and YouTube is still going to be ahead. This week we're shredding stuff, waste, wood, and we're also loading our tires because we do that every week. And then after that, we actually got to go get ourselves some new uniforms because while this one's been great, it's just not cutting it anymore. And then I'm feeling a bit peckish, so I'm going to go get a pie. Let's get into it. Firstly, let's talk about the Morbach wood chipper. This is a seriously cool bit of machinery, and you've seen us pulling this thing back from Christchurch a few weeks ago on the hook truck, and that was a hell of a journey. And this here is such a cool bit of kit that I love having in the yard, but we are not going to buy this kit because it only does products like wood and green waste. And while that's cool, and while we have tons of that product coming in every single day, we need a machine that can do more, like concrete, scrap metal, and just general C&D waste. But unfortunately, this machine can't do that because it's designed just for wood, and we've done a lot of that. So we're going to show you the product coming out the other end of this. Actually, the product's in this hook skip right here. So this hook skip is full of a product that just went through one machine, and it did a great job making it sort of like a medium size, which could still be used as a fuel for something, but there's still a bit of sorting needs to happen in here. And because it went through one machine, there is still screws and nails that you can find in this. So this wouldn't make a nice playground matting or animal bedding, or even you wouldn't want to use this on your garden. This needs a lot more cleaning up before we can get it to the stage of another product, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But still, it's so impressive to see us condensing the volume of all this product here, which looks like about 100 cube of timber. We condensed right down to 48 cube between two hook skips. Let's go take a look at the other product we're making. And the product in this skip is what is coming off both machines running in sequence, the shredder and the wood chipper. And it's created such a beautiful product, and because it was going through both machines, where it was running past two magnets, so we're able to magnet out all the nails, so you shouldn't find a single nail in this product. So it'd be great for putting on gardens as an alternative to bark or animal bedding, or even for an alternative to fossil fuels in commercial boilers or just for heating. This is a great product, and hopefully we can sell products like this in the future. Now let's go look at the mixed waste that the shredder did in our waste sorting bay. So how cool is it that that massive equipment was able to condense all that timber down to just these two hook skips? Oh, before we head out into the bay, I just noticed the container's now been repaired, and that looks so much better than that big ugly rip that was there. So just throw a lick of paint on there, and then we'll get that returned. By the way, guys, crane truck's still sitting there, so if you want to buy it, let me know. Let's go into the bay. All right, now we're going into the waste sorting bay, and I managed to find some gloves. Let's take a look at this product, which is actually almost completely cleaned out. Because one of the other benefits from shredding it is it became so easy to move, so easy to load. We've actually just loaded up a couple of these 9-meter skips, and it has made it so fine. It really, really reduced the size of it. In fact, all that was here piled up is now in 1, 2 hook skips, 2 9-meter skips, and what an incredible reduction. And we got some epic drone shots and some clips of the impressive Hitachi wheeled machine that was in here, and of course that shredder. In the future, definitely on my I want list, which the Dan I want list is pretty long. And another great advantage from shredding it is we were able to pull out all the scrap metal because it was running through that magnet. And we were able to take that scrap metal to the scrap yard and get paid, and there it gets 100% recycled. Come over here and take a look at another product. This stuff here has just come out of a skip, and there's a wee bit to be sorted out of it. We've got a few bits of wood, but look at the size difference from non-shredded to over here, shredded. So right here in front of me is a whole heap of products that went through the shredder that we're unable to recycle. So we've already picked out the metal, the wood, the cardboard, and there is a few odd bits that snuck through, like this wee bit of cardboard. Some stuff was just not viable to get out. And I see a lot of products like carpet. We've got no avenue right now to recycle carpet. Definitely not in the lower South Island anyway, but we are working to build a bridge to get this stuff to where it needs to go. Foam, this is foam that has already been recycled once, and it's just not viable for us at this stage to send this sort of product up north where it can get processed into a new product. And we're not getting enough of it. One of the cool things I saw go through the shredder, which I can say is we can recycle all the metal out of mattresses. We've never been able to do that before, but with the shredder, we put a inner spring mattress through, all the springs went out off the magnet, and the foam and the material came out the other end, which is pretty cool. Previously, the 100% of the mattress would have had to go to landfill. And the way I see it, waste isn't waste, it's a resource in the wrong place. So we are trying to capture as many of these resources as we absolutely can. Let's have a quick look at what metal came out of that shredder. So here we are at a 7-meter skip that we filled with scrap. Let me jump in there so I can find some products. So this stuff here actually went through a shredder, and I've just looked at this. This is almost a 10 mil bit of flat bar, and that's pretty impressive that it went through that shredder and that shredder handled it. That's another thing we'd be doing. If we got ourselves a shredder, we'd also be shredding our scrap metal, trying to reduce the size, which gets us a better rate at the end of the day, because scrap metal is mostly exported. So what we're gonna do here is, because you'll probably see a lot of this material is still laced with a lot of rubbish, so once that bay that we're just in is completely empty, I'm gonna spread out these skips. I'm gonna get the magnet on the magnet digger and we'll magnet it out. I'll lift the magnet a wee bit higher so it should leave the rubbish and just take the scrap metal. And after we do that, I imagine a lot of the wood that's in here will be able to divert back into the wood skips. So seeing as you guys liked our video last time when we went out and did some odd jobs, we're gonna go do some more odd jobs. First one we're gonna do is find a new uniform. While these Kiwi Skips uniforms have served us well for the last 7 years, we have to update them because we're going through vests like lollies, and we can't do that, so we're gonna integrate the high vis into the uniform. So hopefully we can find a new uniform today that has high vis and looks great with Kiwi Skips branding. All right, we're back at Safety First. You've seen us here before, or actually in our last Odd Jobs video, but we need to go find those uniforms. We're back at Safety First, and how good does the place look since we've had a showroom upgrade? And I've already found what we're looking for. We are looking for compliant uniform, and I believe everything on this rack is compliant and exactly what we're after. And because we run orange for Kiwi Enviro and yellow for Kiwi Skips, I reckon we need something like this here. How cool would that look? That with Kiwi Skips on it, and that with Kiwi Enviro, and then we'll get the long sleeve and short sleeve for both companies so the drivers have options. Short sleeve for those hot days, long sleeve for those long days. Long days, they're all long days, cold days. All right, I'm gonna try these on and yeah, we'll see what it looks like. So this one here will be our Kiwi Skips version, and the majority of the team will look like this, with Kiwi Skips on one side and their name on the other side. And this will be compliant, and this will save us going through so many high-vis vests. And it's also got a cotton back, so that will keep it breathable and more comfortable for the guys, because you know we work hard. Now let's go see what I look like in orange for Kiwi Enviro. And this is the orange ones that we're using for Kiwi Enviro, and also it's a long sleeve so the team will keep warmer on those cold days. And again, we'll put Kiwi Enviro here and their name on this side, and this will be compliant on those roading sites while we're hydro excavating, or of course doing the old septic tank. Oh, actually, on these cold days, we better get them jackets. How cool are these soft shell jackets? And this here comes in yellow and orange, or even I'm told pink. I'm actually pretty happy with this. So we'll take some samples back to the yard, see what the rest of the team think. So I'll get back into my clothes and we'll get back to the yard. Right, I'm back in my clothes and ready to go. And actually, a couple of days ago, I came into Safety First with an issue, and that was that the hydrovac guys couldn't hear each other while they were working around the noisy gear. So the guys at Safety First came up with a solution for us, and these are like helicopter headphones. So the guys, while they're working, they can talk to each other and not have to listen to the loud humming of that machine while it's working. So we'll take these back, put them to work, and how good's that? We had an issue, they had the solution, and we're good to go. We got everything we needed. Let's head back to the yard, but first, I need a pie. So we've made it down to the Pioneer after seeing Barry with his Pie of the Month, lasagna pie, and I've got to try it myself. So I've got one of those, and also Here, they've got great coffee here, and if you haven't been down, you've got to come down and try one of these pizza bread. They are insanely good. Oh, thank you. So the pie of the month, the pie of the week is lasagna pie, and it looks like we got the last two, so I'm feeling pretty lucky. Let's get back to work, enjoy our pies, and then get some work done. How cool was all that big gear in the yard? Absolutely loved it, shredding, absolutely destroying some of our waste. And as much as I want gear like that, we're still weighing up the numbers, but some of it may not be feasible, but watch this space because we might get some cool gear like that permanently in the Kiwi Skips yard very soon. And I think we found the Kiwi Skips Kiwi Enviro uniforms. So in the next coming weeks, we'll be revealing that. And I must say that pie was absolute 10 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this content. Make sure you come back for next week. And also, if you're watching this on Facebook, this video was actually launched 5 months ago. So if you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest, make sure you subscribe here on YouTube and give us a like because we still want to get to 100,000 subscribers or even 1,000 subscribers. Come on, make sure you like and subscribe because we need your support. That is all for Trash Talk episode 75. Click here to see last week's video and click here to see a video you may not have seen before.